All right, we're going to be going over the assignments that are in Module 1 for this week, or possibly weeks, depending on how long your course is. You, at this point, should have already completed this Start Here module that is listed right here on the left-hand side, and also your course entry quiz. So once you've completed both of those things, you can be in Module 1, and I'm just going to go through the assignments that are in those. And if you want to know what the due dates are, it'll be specific to your course. The due dates that are listed here are for the course that I'm using at the time, but at this video will probably be used for a few semesters. So don't get too hung up on the dates or anything. Obviously, this is for a spring course, but you'll need to click back on your first module page to know what your due dates are, or in the course information somewhere like that. So this is just going to be me going over what all is in Module 1. So first off, let's talk about the active seeing assignment. You probably will have wanted to have either watched lessons 1 and 2 through the Edpuzzles if you're an online course, or if you are an in-person course, will have wanted to listen into our in-person lectures as to what lessons 1 and 2 are covering. So for this assignment, the instructions are: appreciating art requires us to look deeply at a work of art and think about how our own experiences may shape the way we view it. If we think about it as well as the artist's role in creating the work, we can begin to appreciate the value of a work of art and what it brings to its culture. So the objectives here are to differentiate between the subject matter and the content in a selected work of art. So let's go over what that means real quick. Remember, the subject matter is what is in the picture. So let's say there's a picture of a dog and a person and a tree. The subject matter there is the dog, the person, and the tree. And the content is, is there a deeper meaning behind what those characters, what those subject matters are representing? Think back on like the iconography that we talked about. Think about how content and form relate to one another. Is it more than just what meets the eye? Turn on your seeing glasses, I guess, or like seeing way of viewing something rather than just looking at it mechanically. You're also going to want to demonstrate active seeing in a selected work of art. So for this, your first thing you're going to do is review lesson 1, what is art, and probably lesson 2 as well, the evaluating art chapter. Task 2, you'll need to select one work of art from Google Art and Culture. I've already got it hyperlinked there, so you can just click on Google Art and Culture and it'll bring you right to that page to research and write about that artwork. It could be from any museum or gallery on Google Art and Culture, but be sure to cite the gallery name, the artist's name, the artwork title, and the medium. As you would with any artwork, that is how you would label them correctly. You can also include the year as well, but I'm not requiring that for this one. I will say, when you're choosing your artwork, it's better to choose an artwork that there is already some information on, rather than trying to find an artwork that there is not a lot of research that has been done on. Now, with that said, I don't want you to pick something that's just like too on the nose. You'll see later on, I'm requiring you to not choose Starry Night as your selection for this, because we already know about that artwork. I mean, if you have, at any point in time seen artwork, Starry Night's probably been something that you have seen before. So, think about maybe if you have an artist that you like Vincent van Gogh, who created Starry Night, maybe look at other pieces of his work that are a little bit less known, but obviously Van Gogh has a lot of research that has been done on him, and he is a figure in history that has a lot of credibility. And so it'll be easy for you to find the information and research on any of his artwork, really. So task 3 is to utilize seeing to explore the image more deeply, look closely at the work, and spend some time researching it and the artist. Remember, active seeing means that you consider that everything we see is filtered through a long history of fears, prejudices, emotions, customs, and beliefs. So you have to turn on that extra energy and effort and attention to what this artwork has gone through, how it has gotten to where it is today, and not just looking at it as what meets the eye. Task 4, so this is where your actual assignment comes in. So after you've selected your artwork and you've thought about the artwork seriously, you're going to write a 2-paragraph essay. Before beginning, include a high-quality image of your artwork labeled with the title, artist's name, medium, size, and gallery or location that it is currently at. So you can either, for me, if I were doing this, I would probably just try to save the picture that was on Google Art and Culture. But if not, you're welcome to go onto Google, and on the right-hand side, you'll see like a little tools option. select like large image or like large size file, and the pixels will be large enough for it to be a high quality non-pixelated image. So let's go into our paragraphs, what we're going to be talking about in each paragraph. Paragraph 1 is to write a paragraph exploring the subject matter and the content of your chosen work. So this is us talking about what we see and what the content of the work is. You'll need to do some research on this, and try to figure out not only what your interpretation of the art is, but also what the artist's intention was as well, and any associations that may have been historically relevant throughout the course of the artwork's lifetime. Paragraph 2 is to write a paragraph exploring how active seeing made you think about this artwork differently. So not just looking at the artwork and looking at just what it is on a surface level in a robotic mechanical way, but using your creative process, which involves exploring, observing, associating, and all of those terms we learned in lesson 1. Just some important ways when you're uploading this assignment. And again, I don't know, I thought that I had listed it here, but don't choose Starry Night for really any of these active seeing or like analysis artworks. We know enough about it. And then also just a little takeaway from this as well. Whatever artwork you choose for your active seeing assignment, it cannot be used for project 1 or any other writing analysis. It needs to be specific to this assignment, and I don't want you to like copy the work you've done for this assignment to use for a future assignment, or vice versa. So, just make sure this is like a one-time artwork that you're talking about, and then for your other writing assignments, you will choose a different artwork to talk about. Just some tips along the way. Know that this is a direct assignment. So when you upload this, you need to upload it as either a Word document or a PDF document to the submission link, or type your response in the right submission box. Do not add your assignment as a comment. You will get really, really tired of me saying that, but it always happens every semester. And so I really, really want to not run into any issues with this if we can. So I'm going to show you exactly what that means when you're uploading this, since this is your first time uploading an assignment that is not a discussion. We'll go through that process together. So I'll click on the active seeing assignment here. And obviously I'm not going to submit anything myself, but you'll see there are the instructions up here at the top, the due date that will be, whatever it is that your due date is. Obviously this one's going to be, relative to when I'm making the video. And then as you go down here, you'll see there are two sort of like little things here. You've got the assignment submission and everything that's included in that. And then you've got the add comments and a comment box. And it sort of looks like in the comments box, you could just type your response there and then just post it and, have that be done. However, the comment is not a submission, so it will not register in the computer as it being a actual like graded submission. It'll just be a comment on a text submission that you don't have. Don't write anything there unless there's something important that you want me to know, like, hey, I was having some problems. Can you please verify or email me to let me know that this, went through correctly? Something like that. But your actual submission needs to be up here on the assignment submission. So it says text submission right here, and you can either click right there and it'll drop you down a little Word box and you can write your whole thing there. Or, which I would prefer you do this, you can also attach files. So browse your local files right here and upload your PDF or your Word document there. Also, please, I know that a lot of you guys are probably using like Google Docs or another program like that to write your submissions at. And if you are doing that, please do not upload the link to the Google Doc, because that also will not go through our submission like grade checker the same way. And it'll present a lot of problems and you'll have to re-upload the assignment. So don't attach a link. You need to either attach a Word document, a PDF document, or write your submission in the box right here. And you're more than welcome to do that. My only kind of like warning, I guess, if you do decide to do the text submission box, is that you need to make sure that you're doing the spell check just to run through to make sure that there's no spelling errors. It does not automatically do that for you. And it also won't like underline if there is a spelling mistake. So you'll need to do that manually on your part. But this is how all the direct assignments will look like, or what they will look like. And again, unless I say so, don't add a link to the assignment submission to Google Docs or Google Slides. And then do not, in any circumstance, upload your assignment to the add comments box. Very, very important. And it's just going to be like a whole runaround thing between us if you do accidentally do the add the comments box. And I do, if that does happen and it persistently happens, I will begin not uploading your assignments or not grading your assignments, and you'll just get a 0 in place if it goes into the add comment box, because it is such a big problem that we've had throughout the semesters. But that's all with the active seeing assignment. Hopefully that clarified anything that you might have been confused about. Quiz, this is going to be like a little bit longer of a video, a module assignment explanation video, since it's really our first one. The second thing that we're going to look at here is quiz 1 on lessons 1 and 2. So the way that I do my quizzes, they are usually always 10 questions. They are covering lessons 1 and 2 found in module 1. So you can always look back, and I mean, you're an online class. So I mean, obviously, if you would like it to be open note, you can. But go to the lessons 1 and 2 PowerPoint right here if you'd like to look at that alongside of your quiz, and you can find the answers there. You only get one shot at this quiz, though. It does not allow multiple attempts. So you need to make sure that when you open it, that you're ready for it to be open. So before beginning, only one attempt. You are not allowed to retake the quiz once you have submitted your answers. Once you've opened the quiz, so once you've clicked on this and it gives you a warning and it says, "Are you ready to start the quiz?" And you'll say, "Yes, I'm ready to start the quiz." You'll have 20 minutes to complete the quiz. After 20 minutes has passed, the quiz will close automatically and save the answers that you have selected if you do not submit the quiz attempt. So if you open it and then you just let it sit for 15 minutes and you're doing some other homework or something, you only have 5 minutes to take the quiz. So once you open it, you need to make sure that you are taking it and that you are submitting it within 20 minutes. Otherwise, it's just going to stop you wherever you're at, and it's going to upload the questions. If you've only answered 5, it'll just give you the answers for 5 questions. Do not click away from the quiz page once you begin the quiz. Blackboard will likely kick you out of the quiz, and you will not be allowed to reopen the test. After completing the quiz, you can review the quiz and see the correct answers and your score by clicking OK on the bottom left corner of the screen. Please use caution before beginning the quiz. Technical errors do happen, but as stated in my makeup work policy, I do not accept late work, and I will not allow you to retake a quiz if one of the above issues occurs. If you do have technical issues that occur, email me immediately. However, if it's one of these 4 things that happens right here, or 3 things that happens, then I'm not going to allow you to retake the quiz. It's only a one-time thing. You know that there's warnings, there's caution put out before this. Unless it is like an outstanding circumstance, I'm not going to allow you a second attempt on the quiz. So make sure that when you click on this, there are not only this page of warnings, but there's also this page of warnings letting you know that you need to make sure that you are ready to take the quiz. You have 20 minutes to take the quiz. And once you press begin right here, you're not going to be allowed a second attempt. You're not going to be allowed to click away from the page, and you are going to be timed at 20 minutes. So I know that's a lot of repetitive stuff over and over again, but again, as you know, things have to happen in order for there to be warnings for them. So this has happened a lot. Make sure that you're ready for that and that you are looking at the correct dates. Additionally, the only other things that are in module 1 are our link to our PowerPoint right here. So that's going to be directly what affects the Edpuzzles as well if you're doing an online course. So if the Edpuzzle or the PowerPoint that is right here is also the PowerPoint that I use in the Edpuzzles if you'd rather follow along that way. However, if you do not watch the Edpuzzle videos, as I've mentioned in a previous video and in our syllabus and all of that, the course intro, virtual orientation, all of that stuff, the Edpuzzles are your participation grade. So if you don't watch the Edpuzzle videos, Edpuzzle will know, and it will give you a 0 for not watching the Edpuzzle if you were only looking at the PowerPoint. So there's that if you need it, just for your own, just to have. And then your Edpuzzles, you'll have 5 for this week. You'll need to complete all of those by the due date as well. And it's an easy grade. All you have to do is open the video and let it play all the way through and watch it. If there are some videos that do have built-in questions to them, if you have a video that's like that, make sure you answer the questions. Otherwise, you will not get full credit for it. But that's really all that you need to know about it. It's just 5 videos for the Ed puzzles this week and the quiz one and the active seeing assignment. That is all for module 1. I will make more videos like this for each module, just explaining all of the assignments that we have. And then additionally, and since this is our first video, I want to go ahead and let you know as well that our projects, which I've talked about previously, or it's in our course structure, all the video introductions for those projects will be at the very bottom here where it says projects, and you'll find a video like this explaining the actual project as well. So if you're confused about that, that's where those will be located at. But otherwise, I will see you if you have not watched the Ed Puzzle videos. I'll see you then, or I will see you in module 2 for the next set of instructions.